What's up, guys? Welcome back to the RLS career mod here in beamng. Last time we sunk nearly 70 grand into this drift car and it didn't make us any money whatsoever, which was a bit of a bummer. But it's still a really sick car and I think it works pretty well for what it's designed to do. What I want to do today though is purchase a new vehicle and build a purpose-built drag car. While the drift stuff didn't necessarily work out very well for us, I'm hoping that the drag stuff will. But before we get to that, we're going to have to make a little bit more money. So I want to show you guys real quick what I've been doing off camera to make the big bucks. We're just outside of Fast Automotive near the racetrack, and I'm sure there are probably better places to do this type of thing at, but this is the spot that works best for me. Now, you're going to want to make sure that you leave a personal vehicle behind, and I'll explain why a little while later on. But what we're going to be doing here are some car jockey deliveries. Since our logistics level is so high now, we're able to do really high dollar car jockey jobs. This one here, 5,300 bucks. It's insane. So we're gonna hop in this sucker, complete the delivery, and then I'll explain why we're leaving our personal vehicle here. Really, dude? Really? Well, that sucks. Okay, we're gonna lose a little bit of money on this deal, but that's okay. It's really just for demonstration purposes anyways. Here's the spot. So this is one of the locations that doesn't have another like pickup area close by, which is precisely the reason. Level 40 already. Ooh, log trailer? Sick. Okay, that's pretty dope. But that's precisely the reason why we left our personal vehicle behind. It's not like we really had a choice anyways. I mean, we had to drive something out there. I guess we could have taken a taxi, but now we can take a taxi back to our previous vehicle, which is 260 bucks. But if you're making 5 grand, I didn't actually look to see how much we just got paid. Probably should have paid closer attention to that. But it's usually, you know, if the job is going to give you 5 grand, when it's all said and done, it'll usually be like $8,000, maybe $9,000. So we have $81,000, and now we're back to where we started. So of course we can just keep this going for really as long as we care to do it. So I'm gonna just wait until we get around 100 grand, and then we'll go purchase a new vehicle.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, we've got 100 grand now. Whoa, easy there, buddy. Well, technically, we had $102,000, but I was an idiot and got caught by a speed trap camera, which is my bad. You know what's weird, too, is I haven't seen a single police officer yet today. But there was recently an update to RLS Career, so maybe the cops got broken by that, or maybe they've just been nerfed. I really have no idea. We're showing up here again to the used car auction vault, though. I should probably get this thing shut off. And I want to try this out to find our next vehicle before we try the vehicle marketplace, because I think we'll be able to, you know, get something for a lot cheaper from here. I might even go vintage for this. It might be kind of cool to have like an older drag car, you know, something with a bit more character. Okay, well, this isn't exactly what I had in mind. The first two up on the chopping block, that's just not gonna happen. I'm not drag racing a pigeon or a widgeon. That sounds like a bad time. Yeah, so maybe vintage was not a good idea. I think I just watched Grindhard Plumbing Co. destroy a Chang Li with something pretty similar to this. It's dope, but it's definitely not going to make a very good drag car. Here it is, ladies and gents. The final vehicle to hit the auction block. I see 291 V8. It is old school, like I wanted. Already up to 35 grand, though. I know that we're going to have to dump a stupid amount of money into this vehicle in order for it to get the time that I want to get out of it. And with this one already at $46,500, I can't bring myself to do it. So that's the end of the lot. We're gonna head back to the garage and check out the vehicle marketplace. You know, I mentioned Grindhard a minute ago, and that got me thinking about all the other YouTube channels that I watch. And I've recently seen the first part of Cleetus McFarlane's newest cheap car challenge, where he and Squirrel have decided to remove the cab off of a cargo van and use that for a drag car. So I'm kind of thinking maybe we try something similar here. It could be kind of cool. First, we just need to find the cheapest van available, and we'll go from there. This is perfect. 16 grand. We'll negotiate, of course. We'll negotiate with them a little bit. Oh, and since it's a commercial vehicle, we're going to have different insurance. We could just go no insurance. No, that seems silly. Odds are we're going to probably smash this thing into a million bajillion pieces. Ooh, 50% off of your deductible. This one seems pretty good. Now it's time for the negotiation. So estimated market value of this one, 14.6. They're asking 16.1. One of you guys had told me to go like 25-ish% under estimated market value. So I'm going to try that. Hopefully they don't come back and hate that idea and we lose all of their patience in one go. Okay, that's better. Ooh, 12.8. 12.8. Would you do 11? Let's try like 11.5. We'll try 11.5 and see what they think about that. I expected their patience to be completely gone. No. We just lost out on a 12.8 deal. I mean, there's got to be another van available, right? But that last one was so comparable to Cleet and Squirrel's. It was perfect. Oh, here we go. Is this not the same one? No, it doesn't look to be the same one. So same insurance. It is, in fact, the same exact one. Okay. I'm just going to do it. We've got $98,000. What do we have to lose? Except 16,500, I guess. Whoa, it spawned in there for a second. Well, here she is. It's big, it's slow, and I'm sure it's really heavy, but we're gonna fix all that, or at least try to. So let's first check out the body, and we'll just see if we could maybe remove the whole thing? Or what if we went for regular cab? This could work. Cleet and Squirrel obviously did decide to remove the entire cab, which we could do as well, but then I don't think we could put seats or anything else like that on it. This would definitely make it as light as possible, though, so it is tempting. Let me do some digging real quick, and we'll see what's really possible here. If this was a part of the cheap car challenge, we'd definitely be way over budget, and we've only just worked on the body so far. We haven't even touched the engine or the drivetrain yet, and we're already looking at $29,000. I know for sure they cut the front bumper off. I'm pretty sure they were planning on cutting the rear off. They also talked about shortening the frame, which we can't exactly do here. And since I've only seen part one, I have no idea what they were planning on doing with their ticking engine. And I think they talked about putting a 410 rear end in it, so maybe we'll end up doing that. But $29,000 for just the body, we're locking that in. Here's our starting point for now. We'll likely have to modify it further if we want to go low 9s, maybe high 8s in the quarter mile. And every change that I've made is purely speculation, right? At the time of this recording, only part one of the Cheap Car Challenge is out. So I'm guessing that Cleet and Squirrel are probably going to boost their LS in some fashion. I've decided to go with a stage 1 supercharger here. We've got race tab injection system, so that's like E85 maybe. Welded the rear diff. We've also got a 410 rear final drive. I changed the front shocks and rear shocks and front leaf springs and rear leaf springs just to try to make it more comparable, because before they were like heavy duty, and I don't think that's what they're, well, maybe it is. Doesn't matter. I've dropped as much weight as I possibly can, even going as far as removing the spare wheel, which I'm sure they would probably do as well. What else we got in here? Race tab adjustable ECU, just so the engine hopefully doesn't blow up from having a supercharger, because it is still stock long block, though I did decide to upgrade the oil pan to a race oil pan, and it has a drag 4-speed automatic transmission, which I'm pretty sure they talked about changing their transmission. So that's why we've done that here as well. I took off traction control because we don't need that where we're going. And then cut all of the exhaust off. It has headers and it's pretty much dumping right underneath where like the center console would be in the cab. So we're looking at almost $19,000 additional dollars here. And we're going to go ahead and lock that in. We'll take our new drag van to the drag strip to see what it can really do. I want to try to do an event with this thing rather than just driving up to the tree and sending it. That way, at least we'll be able to restart in case the engine blows up. Because you'll probably notice there in the bottom left, we kind of already have a check engine light. So that's not a great sign, I'm going to be honest. Here goes nothing. Since we went with the drag transmission, I think we should have a trans brake. So there we go. Trans brake enabled and green. Probably fix my camera angle. Okay. We've got an over torque risk on our engine. I'm really curious. Oh, we've actually got to stop the vehicle now. I'm really curious to see what our time was. 12:05. That's not bad. That is not bad for a starting point, mind you. That is not that bad. I'm gonna run it back. I think I can do a little bit better off the like 60 foot. Let's see what our rewards are. Thank goodness we can finally get rewards using our personal vehicle. The drift stuff really put a bad taste in my mouth with all that. We've even got a little time slip, dude. This is pretty sick. Okay, so what was our reaction time? Worse than the other guy. 60 foot, 1.8. Okay. 330, 5.1. This is kind of funny to see down here too. Left lane, Brucknell Legrand SE V6 towing package versus right lane, Gavril H Series H25 Vanster work package. Though this one obviously doesn't have a body, so it's quite a bit lighter. All right, let's retry with the same opponent. And our engine has been, whoops, turned off, but reset. Okay, trans brake disabled. We'll pull up to the line again. And I'm gonna fix my camera before we send it this time around. Pre-stage. Bump in. Here we go. Oh, that was horrible. Horrible reaction time. We're making like 9.5 pounds of boost. On a stage 1 supercharger, that's halfway decent. We're definitely not going fast enough to justify getting like a shoot, but I did put a wheelie bar on the rear too. We're not ever gonna need that. Okay, basically the same time as last time. I don't think we collect our rewards unless we hit next. Yeah, reaction time was so much worse. All right, one more shot. That was good. That was good. As far as reaction time goes, I'm a lot happier with that one. It kind of feels like it's pulling to the left a little bit. I wonder if I bent something just during the drive over here. I hope not. See how we did. Okay, pretty much same time again. Let's check out the time slip. Oh yeah, reaction time much better. Hey, at least we beat the guy next to us. That's really all I was trying to do. And rewards? Oh no, we've been getting the rewards the whole time. Okay. So it doesn't matter if you retry or not. So that last one was the sportsman tree. We're gonna bump things up a little bit to the pro tree, and we'll see how we can do here. Bonus objectives, finish in under 9 seconds. That is not currently possible with this iteration of the van, but it'll get better. It'll definitely get better. I'd like to put, you know, proper drag tires and whatnot on it. I think that would help a lot. Our cars always start off, and I have the setting, whoop, trans brake is on. I have the setting to start vehicles with the ignition on, so I'm not sure why it always cuts our cars off, but it is what it is. We've made it this far. We'll be fine. Here we go. Good reaction time. I don't know how well synced the lights up in the top of the screen are with the actual tree. So I've just been looking at the tree. I mean, I know we won, but... Second place? Really? I swear, I heard them. I mean, I'm assuming the audio's directional. I heard them behind us. So I'm not sure how that happened. I wish we could get a replay on that. We're running it back because we didn't get any points for that last one. Because we have to beat the person next to us. See, we're out front. About crossed the line there. There it is. Surely. Oh, hang on to it. Second place again? Oh, we have to beat the opponent's quarter mile time and get a reaction time under a certain time. Gotcha. Yeah, we're not doing that in this. How is this even possible? How did they get a better quarter mile time than us, but we finished before them and had a better reaction time than them? I'm taking the van back to the garage and we're gonna make some improvements. I think wheels for sure. Proper drag tires would definitely help, and it's still pulling to the left, so I want to just make sure that it's repaired and ready to rip tater chip. We're back at the drag strip after spending an additional 13 grand on what I was calling minor improvements. It's definitely more than just minor stuff, so I made a little list here, that way I wouldn't forget anything. Obviously you can see we've got drag wheels and tires front and rear looking very sick. We've gone for a 3-link rear end now. I've sleeved the block and upgraded the cylinder heads just to stage 1. That way we hopefully won't run a risk of over torque revving the engine. I removed the front diff as well. I'm not even really sure why it was still there because it wasn't connected to anything. It's got a rear wheel drive transfer case in it, but anyways. And then we've also gone for an independent front suspension. So it's finally time to see if all of those changes did anything. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I kind of have to start it. There we go. I do want to try to use the trans brake to like bump into the beam too. So we'll see if that's possible. I might go over it. Let's get into pre-stage first. Right about there. And then trans brake, rev her up. There we go. Oh, we're over, but that's fine. I red lit. Why does it seem slower? And why does the other car seem so much faster all of a sudden? What happened? Oh, terrible accident there down at the end. What the heck happened? 13 seconds? It was supposed to go faster. It must be this guy's first time at the drag strip because he's not at all staging properly. I'm gonna do this and not bump in like I did last time because I think that sort of messed us up. So far, decent. It's definitely going straighter now. How'd we do? Oh, and I upgraded the brakes too. I didn't even write that down on my list, but I can't believe I forgot to say that. Wait, if the other person doesn't finish, does that mean that it didn't count? Awesome. Here we go. A new opponent that seems to actually know how to stage properly. I wonder if I need to like up the RPM on the trans brake because it's just a little sluggish getting off the line. Oh no. Walked, you guys, walked by a Subaru. That is a horrible, horrible feeling. We obviously lost. 13 again! I mean, it's possible that the rear wheels being so much larger than the old ones added additional weight back to the van. Let me see our time slip. Is our reaction time? Reaction time is great. Could be better, sure, but it's better than it was before. So we were pretty well matched with the left lane for the 60 foot. They started to get it away from us on the 330, and at the 8th they were gone. Back to the garage, I guess. $18,000 later, we've gone stage 2 everything and equipped a high stall torque converter. There we go. So now we can rev up a little bit higher. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby, she is cooking now. Almost 24 pounds of boost and across the line. I know that was better. I mean, we kind of cheated, right? Because we upped it to stage 2, but 10-second quarter mile time in a van. That's not too shabby. All right, what else do we have to do? We have to do it in under 10 seconds to get the additional reward. Reaction time was really pretty solid. I mean, I could probably clean it up a little bit. Let's run it back. Let's try it one more time. What did we get for rewards out of that? Not that much. Yeah, see how little money we have now? We started, keep in mind, we started with $100,000 and we now only have 18,000. We're gonna retry with the same opponent because we know we can walk them, right? We know we can smoke them. Here we go. I think that reaction time was worse than before. Gotta wait for Dude Bro to cross the line. Yeah. Time was a little worse. 0.3? That was money. That one was a money. Reaction time so much better. I had to do a little look back too to see where the competition was at. Way behind us. Still 10.2. I don't think I can clean up the reaction time any more than that. So, back to the garage. Maybe we're gonna go stage 3 on everything. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. If we want to do better than a 10-second quarter mile, we're gonna have to go stage 3. I ended up having to sell off all of our stage 1 and stage 2 parts just to be able to afford all of the stage 3 stuff. And I learned some information. Somehow, even after all of the weight reduction stuff that we've done, this thing still weighs 4,100 pounds, which is crazy to me. Also, it's making just shy of 1,300 horsepower now with all of the stage 3 stuff. So surely we've got to be able to beat this challenge once and for all. Here we go. Oh, yep, this is faster. This is faster for sure. Holy cow. That's insane. This is a van, by the way, just in case you forgot. This is a cargo van, was a cargo van. First place, there it is, 856, ladies and gents. That's nuts. That is nuts. Reaction time much better too. 1.2 in the 60 foot. Dude, that's crazy. 160 miles per hour as we cross the line. Absolutely nutty. And now we have 9,600 bucks again. We spent so much money today, but this thing is rowdy. I really like it. Okay, so now that we've finished the sportsman tree, I think that's what that one was called, we're gonna move back up to the pro tree and we'll see Yeah, sportsman tree. We'll see how we can do here. So what was our top main objective? Beat the opponent's quarter mile time and get a reaction time under 0.2. I think we can do that. I mean, we just did that, so in theory, shouldn't be an issue to do it a second time. I don't think. Oh no. We're going up against a kind of proper drag car. I guess it almost looks like a Volkswagen Beetle with a wheelie bar. So this could go really well for us or really bad. Pull up to pre-stage. There it is. On the trans brake, and we're out. That reaction time was crazy. Oh no. We just got shown up by a Beetle. 830? That thing ran an 830? Oh, I thought we could repair from here. We can restart though. Was I on the trans brake for too long? I wasn't expecting it to explode like that. He's staging pretty deep too. Okay, don't explode this time. It exploded. So what's different, right? Because I did just say the whole, in theory, we should be able to... What changed? I mean, maybe the drag, like the track prep is different for the Pro Tree. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna try to feather the throttle a little bit. And we'll see if it still blows up. Still blew up. So we must have heard it. 829, it's somehow going faster. We must have hurt this engine on that last pass. I mean, that's gotta be what happened. I'm gonna go back to the garage and try to make some changes with what little money we still have left. I'm sort of wondering if going nitromethane might have been a mistake, so I'm gonna revert back to just E85. We could put it back on methanol too, but E85 seems a little safer. It'll make less horsepower now, but hopefully it won't detonate. This thing is scarily low on fuel all of a sudden, so we're gonna pull up to the fuel pump for the very first time. Wait, was that allowing me to select the type of fuel? Oh no. Doesn't say that they have E85 here. What's the worst that could happen, right? Maybe just like a half tank would be fine. Almost $42 per gallon is crazy work. $478. There it goes. After switching back to E85, I don't really expect us to be competitive on this pro stage, but we are going up against a fellow van. So maybe we've got a chance. Left him in the dust. As long as it doesn't blow up, we're chilling. Are we still gonna get an 8, though? 8-second quarter mile time, I mean. Survey says... Dude, bro, okay, just cross the line. 9. We're running high 9-second quarter mile time now. And since we were up against a van, that was a random opponent, by the way. Did not choose that. We were actually able to complete some main objectives, which is good. We'll be able to make some money here. Beat opponent's quarter mile time and get a quarter mile time under 9 seconds. Yeah, that's not going to happen now that we're on E85. Reaction time, stellar. Could be slightly better, of course, but pretty good for me. All right. And there's some money. Thank goodness. I want to at least try the bracket race. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do here, but I'm pretty sure I have to wait until the other guy goes, and now we go. And we're just trying to match our high 9. I think. Hopefully we got close. Survey says we did it. 997. So it's whoever matches or whoever gets closest to their time that they set. For us, since we just went before, it was a 998. We got a 997. I like it. Reaction time was bad though, because I was just sitting on the line on the trans brake for way too long. Yeah, 0.36. Yikes. All right, how many rewards we got from that? There it is. There it is. I gotta say, the drag racing side of things compared to the drift side of things, drag racing, they got it figured out. I mean, we're actually able to use our personal vehicle and make some cold hard cash, which is super rad. And on that note, ladies and gents, I think that's probably where we're gonna have to wind things down at for today. But once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.